Stream recently released the version 3 of its Activity Feeds API, available in JavaScript, Swift, Node, React Native, and React. With the Feeds API and SDK, developers can build an app with in-app features similar to X Timeline, allowing you to receive real-time updates from the people you follow. Using the Activity Feeds API version 3, you can also build Reddit-style commenting system. In this video, I want to show you how to get started with the React Native SDK and this TikTok-like endless scrolling feed, which you can run on both Android and iOS. To begin with the React Native SDK, you should go to the documentation and visit Quick Start. Over here, we have a guide and sample code snippets to get you started. You should also visit the installation section to install the client SDK for React Native. For the example demo I showed previously, you can find it in this GitHub repo. To run the sample TikTok-like feeds app, you should clone the repo of streamfeeds.js. So once you clone the repo, the next thing you should do is to visit the project root and yarn install. You can also use npm. Next, you should build all the required libraries with this command. Then you move to the packages feeds client directory and run it in watch mode with this command. So this is a React Native Expo app. So the last thing you should do is to navigate to the Expo TikTok app directory and yarn install. When you visit the GitHub repository, we also have some other optional installations. However, we have covered all the installations to get it up and running. To run the app on both Android and iOS devices, or use the simulator, you should install Xcode and Android Studio on your machine and configure them to work with your project. I have Android Studio and Xcode already installed, so to run the app, you go to the project root folder and navigate to the Expo TikTok app directory and run it with yarn run iOS. That will take a while to launch the Xcode simulator. You have noticed we have now installed the app on the iPhone 16 simulator. To run it on Android, let's launch another terminal instance and run it with yarn run Android. I have already set up an Android emulator, so it will take a while to run it on the emulator. Let's bring the iOS version as well. So the app launches with the timeline as the home page. We have an Explore section. Over here there are users and locations. You can also visit your profile. And once you tap any of the Explore items, you get this endless scrolling feed, similar to the TikTok experience. You can check all the links in the description of the video to learn how you can use the Stream's Activity Feeds API and SDK to add an activity feed to your app.